All right, this was supposed to be yesterday, but we had some breaking information at the end of the show, so dove into that. So in honor of...
So you're going to do a top 10?
No. I didn't want... Emery told me I wasn't allowed to.
Okay.
Because he's the one that has to do the graphics. So I'm kind of at the mercy of Emery. And he's a happy-go-lucky guy, so I don't want to ever change that. I don't want to quelch his spirit. He just had a big date this last week. Did you guys know that about Emery? Big date in Oklahoma.
No.
Big date.
No kidding.
Yeah.
You drove all the way up there for that?
Yeah, see?
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So, top 5 best baseball play-by-play announcers. And these guys are from the early era. I mean, I could probably do it by era. There's one guy I left off this list. I didn't really know which one to put him in, and that's Harry Carey. Did not make this list because these guys, except for one, are all kind of even a little bit older than him. But I don't know. So
older than Harry Carey?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
So, and while he was old, remember, he did not live a healthy lifestyle, which is why we don't have Carey here. Carey. Number 5, Curt Gowdy. Used to do the Red Sox, was fantastic. Hear those great games. I'm sure, and I know he did a little bit of football too. Not a little bit. He did quite a bit of football, but he did the Red Sox for a long time. He did I believe the NBC baseball game of the week for a long time.
Was it Curt Gowdy and Pee Wee Reese?
Yeah, I think so.
Tony Kubek?
Yeah. It was unbelievable. Number 4. This one goes way back. This goes back to the 50s and 60s. Mel Allen was the Yankees play-by-play guy, and his how about that was Mel Allen. Mel Allen also was responsible for, in 1961, setting Mickey Mantle up with some quack doctor that gave him a shot in his hip that ate flesh away from the bone because he was feeling under the weather. But that's just some
Mel
fun.
Allen, yeah,
Mel Allen. He also used to do This Week in Baseball.
That's what I was going to bring up.
This Week in Baseball.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, he wasn't doing play-by-play anymore. He was just doing This Week in Baseball. He was really great. Number 3, Ernie Harwell did the Tigers forever. Ernie Harwell did the Tigers. I remember, a few years back when he retired and hearing that last game, kind of got me choked up. Like listening to his last broadcast was unbelievable. Ernie Harwell was great.
You need to. This is your wheelhouse right here.
No, I'm going to bring up Al Kaline.
Forget the chat room for a second.
Norm Cash, Denny McClain, 1968, 131 games. The Mel Allen This Week in Baseball, you could just hear his voice. It's kind of like the guys that do certain shows, TV intros or whatever. But Ernie Harwell, sometimes you hear about Harry Carey, you hear about this and that. He has to be in what is the Mount Rushmore of broadcasters.
Yeah,
no question.
Absolutely. Number 2, Jack Buck. And there's only, in my opinion, one baseball man better than Jack Buck. And he was the Cardinals forever. The Kirk Gibson home run call has 2 different ones because Jack Buck was doing it on TV and Vin was doing it on the radio for the Dodgers. Vin's call is great. Jack's call is great. And to think that both those guys are at the game at the same time doing the same great play boggles my mind.
And both of them did it well in all the moments. He also was the one, did he not hit, did Jack Buck call the McGuire home run? Mm-hmm. The Mark McGuire home run that broke the record?
Yeah, he was still doing the Cardinals then. Yeah, so.
The weakest home run maybe that he ever hit. That happened to be the biggest home run that he ever hit.
He hit it like barely over the 315 whatever it was.
But that was the one that was the steroids home run, and that ball normally
should have been
get
a
out.
Grounder through third and short. Yeah, exactly.
So
you have him ahead. You have him on the list ahead of and Harry Carey's not on.
I love Harry Carey, but I love Harry Carey. I grew up because when I was a kid, when especially Craig and I were kids, the national games we watched to watch were the Braves or which we had Skip Carey, is Harry Carey's son, but the Cubs, or they would do the White Sox sometimes on WGN with Hawk and Wimpy, and I liked those guys as well, or Pick to Click and all that. But Harry Carey was great, but he was a little bit of a train wreck late in the games because he was just housing Old Styles and Budweisers like nobody's business.
All of us get old.
Yeah, well, he was doing that when he was
young
young,
too. We all start
too.
losing things.
Yeah. I mean, take me out to the ball game. They literally had a harness for him because they were like, he's going to fall over one day, and we can't have that. So that's why Harry Carey was not on this list. I understand that might be blasphemy to some of you. But number 1, and he passed away yesterday at the age of 94, kept doing it until the age of 91, was absolutely a poet on the air, Vin Scully. I saw a highlight somebody posted of how good he made the Dodgers committing 5 errors on one play a couple years ago sound, and it was just so damn good. He was so great. And I didn't, when you're younger and you hear, like I heard Vin Scully, he would do national games occasionally, but I was in college and I saw that Bob Costas, Ray Charles thing. I went, I need to listen to Vin Scully more. If Ray Charles wants to listen to this guy every day, I respect his opinion. And then every chance I got to watch a Vin Scully broadcast or listen to him, I absolutely did. And there's nobody who will probably ever do it like he did because he was so unique. It's kind of asking someone, can you paint this like Picasso? No, Picasso was Picasso.
I was watching a highlight the day that he died. Madison Bumgarner, I think, was pitching against somebody, and they were going to this story about Madison Bumgarner and his wife. They something occurred where they came upon a snake. They came upon a snake. They killed the snake. When they killed the snake, they found a rabbit inside of the snake that all of a sudden moved. And they chopped him up. I guess Bumgarner chopped. And she saved the rabbit that was inside of a snake. That's the kind of...
And a very Madison Bumgarner story.
Yes. The American Sportscasters Online. I'm going to give you the top 10 of what they've said. Not arguing with yours at all, because it's arguable.
Yeah.
Vin Scully, Mel Allen, Red Barber.
Okay.
There's Curt Gowdy, who would probably get overlooked by a lot.
Yeah.
Howard Cosell. Costas, I think that's too high, in my opinion. Jim McKay, Keith Jackson, Al Michaels, and Dick Enberg.
And not all these guys were just baseball. These guys were just
these
baseball.
Are baseball. And Jack Buck would be a part of that. Jack Brickhouse would be someone whose name would be involved as well.
Now, I'm getting a lot of Bob Uecker did make this list. Now, let me tell you, if I could have dinner, like that question, if you could have dinner with three celebrities, Bob Uecker would probably be one of them.
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, I did, this is the top 5. If it was the top 10 today, Uecker and Carey make the list hands down.
Yep.
6 and 7, boom. And then I got to probably put our friend Eric Nadel in there too, because I think he is also in the top 10. He is in the modern era one of the best ones. Yeah. John Miller.
Yeah.
I left John Miller off. I feel bad about that.
That's okay. Yes. No, that's okay. It's a great list. It's great to have it. It's arguable, but those are all of them legendary.
You remember how John Miller used to say Juan Gonzalez's name? It was just, I'm not even going to imitate it.
The fact that he did the Rangers games for a while was like, although Nadel, a Hall of Famer as well. Jack McKenzie, Emery Winter.